Right, we finally got the coloured tiles on and grouted today, as you can see.
Yeah, I apologise we didn't film it, but we had to work really quickly and work as a team for this, for the grouting. But we have made a decision that we are going to get ourselves a tripod to put the phone on for the next bathroom, so that we can get a lot more images of it. What I'm using here is actually the best brilliant white I've come across, and it really is white, and that is Crown's matte vinyl.
Brilliant white.
Brilliant white. I'm using vinyl in here because of it being a bathroom. I've probably mentioned it before, but the process we went through is 3 coats of mist, what we call misting, because it went onto fresh plaster, which was 20% water and 40% paint. So we watered down the paint by 20%, and we used Wicks Trade paint, or contract they call it now, not trade, for doing that. We then sanded in between each coat. We filled a few times in between each coat, because quite often you'll go over it, and then you'll find more bits that need filling. We've then done one coat of the top on all this, and we're just now putting a coat of the brilliant white up on the ceiling. All the paints that we've used, although the colours are not, all the paints that we're using for the top are from Crown. I find their paints the best.
Well, we have got the colours mixed at Crown, haven't we?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
All the paints, although the colours themselves might not be Crown's. For example, this grey that's on this wall here is one from Dulux, and it's called Potter's Clay. And I'm just now going through, doing all the coving and cutting in. I'll probably work my way around this room 2 or 3 times.
Babes,
Yes, love.
you need to go over that piece, right?
What? Where? Here.
Yeah, keep going. Right, no, this way towards you. Yeah, that's it.
We haven't grouted the bench around, I call it the bench, or the surround around the bath yet, because the bath isn't in. I want that in before I grout, because it's really tight fit, and I can imagine somebody knocking it and knocking the grout out. I should also point out that the paint brushes that I'm using are Crown, they call them Crown Decorators.
And they are brilliant.
They really are.
I recommend them to anybody.
Yeah, I've used Dulux, I've used Purdy's, I've used B&Q DIY stuff. Nowhere near as good as these paintbrushes.
Now you can wash and wash them again, and they still.
Yeah, you do need to look after them.
Oh yeah.
As with any paintbrush, but they last so
longer
long.
than.
I've been using these paintbrushes now, and so, you know, for 2 years I was using them full time. And we've had them now, what, 4 years?
Yeah.
At least, and they're still going. One tip I will give you when it comes to, you know, paintbrushes, keep one paintbrush purely for white. One paintbrush that you would use for your neutrals. So that would be your creams, etc. And
one for your gloss.
And then you have a couple then for your glosses. But again there, make sure that if you're doing more than just white, that you know, keep those paintbrushes for that particular colour. Although having said that, this particular brush I've picked up seems to have been used for all sorts. And it's a 2-inch that I'm using here. So I've still got that here because I've got the floor to do this evening with the grouting, but I wanted to get this complete because we've got the plumber coming Tuesday
or Monday.
Yeah, I think it'll be Tuesday.
Well, I'm hoping it's Tuesday so we can get this finished.
There we go. And no, I don't normally use the roller tray for putting dipping my paintbrushes. We normally use a kettle.
Yeah, kettle or the bucket.
Yeah. And I'm afraid my hair is a mess today because it's too damn hot to do anything with it. We seem to have another hot day, although, having said that, there seems to be a breeze
today than there were yesterday.
Yeah.
Yesterday
Yeah.
made me sick, didn't it, Alan?
It did. It did. I have got coming up fairly soon and it's one of the only tutorials that I'll ever do, showing you know, how I clean my brushes and keep them in tip-top condition. And funnily enough, one of the things I use is shampoo, baby shampoo, and I use a conditioner. I had somebody tell me that, I've been, you know, had builders in and out of my house and I've never seen anybody water down paint before. And you don't need to do as much filling as that because the paint will fill it. Paint is not
a
filler. Paint is just a cover. The better your surfaces from the beginning, the better your finish will be. And I know I'm going to get comments about, oh, you shouldn't do it like that, but do you know what? I don't care.
We've never got any complaints from our work before.
No, we haven't. Never had any complaints from customers and clients. In actual fact, a lot of the comments we get is, oh, what a friendly couple, for one. How clean we are when we're working. And the fact that we clean up afterwards.
Not like others coming in and just leaving it like a mess.
Yeah.
As we've had people come in and we've had to clean up after them.
Yep. I think when we've had trades in here, and there's not been many, there's only been one, and I can't really complain because he's a good mate of ours. But he doesn't half leave a mess behind him. And it's literally when the end of his time's done, he just puts the tools down and he's gone.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't, like I said, I can't complain because we've only had 2 trades in here.
Electrician and the plumber lot to come in Monday or Tuesday.
Everything else we have done ourselves.
Everything. The plastering
Yeah.
to the finishing touches.
The structural work. Oh, we had a builder in, and that was literally just to do a couple of spots up on roof, and a job that, to be honest, I wouldn't want to have done.
Putting chimney pots on.
Yeah, putting the chimney pots on, and putting a liner down the chimney.
Yeah. Something cute I've done.
I don't like
Height.
working at heights, but I will do it if I have to. But I've done all the cladding ourselves.
Yeah.
With your dad's help. We built the dormer.
Ourselves.
Yeah.
Before I fell ill.
Seem to be ready just to roll the ceiling.
You done this wall, baby?
I'm coming down that wall now.
Okay.
But yeah, this weekend has been really busy.
Yeah,
In fact, this whole week.
We've not stopped all week, have we?
No. And I'm hoping this evening I shall get a load of editing done. But lately we've just literally gone...
Straight to bed. Eating and straight to bed and...
Yeah, up again at 6.
Yeah.
Working till sort of 8 o'clock in the evening. And then it's sort of bedtime and... Well, it's not
chilling
bedtime,
time.
Chilling time. And we're, you know, sort of asleep then. Would I do another house? Absolutely. Well, I've definitely learned a lot from this. But before we do another house, I think we're going to have a little break for ourselves, spend some time for ourselves.
With the children.
Yeah.
I know they've been off school with this
COVID thing.
what's going on, but
Yeah.
we've not really spent enough time with them.
Well, no, because we've just been working on the house, haven't we?
Yeah.
And unfortunately, until the girls are old enough, you won't ever see them on our videos. For their safety more than anything. I don't believe that social media and YouTube, etc., is a place for children.
Mm.
And it's not because of what you know, YouTube putting in place. I just don't believe it's something that they should be involved in. Yes, Shaylee gets involved. She helps me with the editing. There's a few projects that she helps me out doing this, but that's more me teaching her than anything. I don't believe that a child, anybody, should have to call in a tradesman just to be able to change a plug or change a light bulb or even paint. So if I can teach them whilst they're 10, 11, 12, then so be it. You know, they've got then a skill, haven't they?
Well, I'm going to stop it. Please do the ceiling now, yeah?
I'm just about to do that.
Okay. It's already on.
Oh, is it? Oh well, I'm going to have a flag on doing this.
Well, it is our house. You wouldn't do it in a client's house, but
I wonder if a little work in a client's house again, with the way COVID is. So I'm using a medium tile, and I'm using a crown decorators crown decorating cage, and again the sleeve is from Crown as well, and I'm using a Purdy 2 to 4 foot extension pole. I use extension poles when I'm doing any rolling, whether it's walls, ceilings, doesn't matter what. And stop. Okay, I'm going to ask a small question. Do you have curtains in your bathrooms? Or do you feel that they are unhygienic? Leave a comment down below and let us know. Now, I personally think we shouldn't have curtains, it should just be blinds of some sort. But the wife likes curtains, and yes, I agree, in certain places there should definitely be curtains. You do me a favour and just grab us the paintbrush quickly.
sorry about that. We had to go and get a paintbrush for Alex to where he's not touched up. Or because he had to get more paint in the tray, that's what it was for, sorry.
So yeah, we're talking about curtains. Next, I want to ask another question. Do you have carpet in your bathrooms? Because when we bought this property, the bathroom had carpet in it.
Yeah.
So did the kitchen.
But everybody's to their own taste.
I know, I'm just asking an opinion. You know, I want to see how common it is that people have carpets and curtains in their bathrooms. So I'll go back to talking about the paint and what we've done, but I will really be running over it again when we do other rooms. So we've done 3 mist coats in here, sanding in between filling and sanding again. And when I say sanding, we're not taking all the paint off, all we're doing is flattening it off. Okay? And then it's had 2 coats of the Crown vinyl matte or matte vinyl emulsion on top. And again, I've sanded in between the coats. And that is what I tend to do on, or like to do on every client's house, but a lot of them don't want that. Another thing I do when I go out to a client's house is if they're changing the colour of their room, I will paint the whole room white. to start with, because it helps with keeping the consistency with the new colour going on. And to be honest, white is actually one of the cheaper colours. And what I do when I'm rolling, I know some people say you should do a W, some say you should just do it one way. I will put on one way, like you just seen me do, and then I will take it off or lay it off in another direction. So you're doing like a crisscross, and that will prevent you from seeing, once it's dried, and you'll probably see them at the minute, you know, tram lines. I call them tram lines, but it's where the edge of the roller has been. Again, it's about trying to keep as flat a paint as you possibly can. And actually, it's quite difficult in this heat, because the paint goes off so quick. I mean, this paint is ready for a coat 2 to 4 hours after, but in this heat I would probably say that by the time I got to this end I could start back at the other end with another coat and it would be fine, and it would be dry enough, sorry, when you get back down to this end. Another thing I should point out, I know you're looking up and you're looking at what you're doing and concentrating on that, but you also need to concentrate where your feet are. But also, because I've done all that prep, I don't need to put loads of, or use loads of the final paints. For example, I bought a 5 litre tin, and I've used about a third of it on the ceiling. And I know you're going to say, oh, but the crown's very expensive. Yeah, it probably is. But if I compare it to, say, something like Valspar for 5 litre tin is it £40? Might be £45, between £40 and £45. That tin of the white cost me £29, the same with the colours that we're using, 29 quid. And in all honesty, the quality between the two, A, it doesn't smell like cat's urine, and doesn't leave a smell in the house of cat's urine. I've done houses with Valspar, and there has been 3 months later, we've had to go back into the property, take all the plaster off the wall, replaster and repaint in order to get rid of the smell of the cat's urine. What I've got here is a Hamilton expression brush, and it's got a point on it, and I use it to get in to the tight corners. But don't use it for cutting in, just use it to get right in the corners. It's absolutely rubbish for cutting in. And then right in the tight corners, like I've got up here, I use one of these pure brushes. It's a little flat brush, and I get it into almost like a point, if I can. And then that just allows me just to get up into that corner. But again, I never use either of those for cutting in. And whilst you were away, I just ran some masking tape around over the tile, and I actually ran out of masking tape for down here, but it's not a problem. It's just because I wanted to do a quick job. But you haven't missed out, other than me doing that. And this paint here has got glitter in it. I don't know if the camera picks it up on the stuff that hasn't been had second coat on it, but I'll show you how to bring the glitter out. Now, I don't use the Valspar glitter because I believe it's about £4 or £5 for a pack. And if you notice, when I cut in, I start along there and I'm working into that. So I'll start out here, spread my almost fan my brush out, and with a very steady hand, work my way back slowly into the wet paint. And again, it's just the way I do things. Others will have, everybody has their own techniques, their own preferred equipment. I mean, some will swear by Purdy, some will swear by Hamilton, others will swear by Crown or Dulux. It's each to their own, but I actually find that the Crown paints, in the way that they're made, are the best. But do not buy Crown or Dulux from the big sheds. Always go to their decorating centres because you will get a far superior quality paint. And the reason I say that is that the big sheds will dictate what they will buy the paint from or for from the manufacturer, and therefore the manufacturer has to adjust their recipe in order to meet that
price they're selling it for.
yes, and make a profit. And I tell you what, the advice that you get from a trade centre far exceeds that you will ever get from a DIY store. A lot of the time, the people that are in those places, the DIY stores, the big sheds, aren't there to give you advice, they're there to sell you a product. And a lot of the times they actually haven't got a clue what they're talking about. I'm ready to do some rolling, so I'm hoping that one's ready, is it? To be put. Ready?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now I've got some glitter going in other paint, and I'll show you how I mix it and so on when I do that room. And I know you're probably thinking, oh, the big roller, this 9-inch roller is a bit of an overkill for that small patch, or that small area, but actually it's not about getting the paint on quickly, it's about keeping the tram lines down to a minimum. please do like and subscribe and comment down below. We really do appreciate it, and we do like hearing from you guys. Right, so now we're going to let that dry, and it's about to get the glitter to show. I don't know if it's going to pick it up on the camera very well. What I'm using here is a 240 grit sandpaper, and all I'm doing is a light rub over. I'm not putting any pressure on it. All I'm doing is just going over it lightly with it. I'm going to get Zoe come in closer so that you can hopefully pick it up. And I'm not trying not to create any dust with it. All I'm doing is just going over, light rub. And all I'm doing is removing the paint that's on top of the glitter. I'm going back down, doing the same thing. And I'll do this a couple of times, just go over it and pick out as much of the glitter as I possibly can.